Hello and welcome to Torch Hours. In this episode, I will be sharing a number of hikes and excursions that I did in Arizona this year. Arizona is a state of contrasts. Mysterious red rock outcroppings, vast canyons, energizing vortexes, towering saguaros, and sunsets that seem to set the sky on fire. This is my second time visiting this fascinating state, and yet it was full of firsts. On this trip, we set out to hike some of Arizona's most iconic trails. Here's what I found. Our adventure started with a little warm-up at Phoenix's Hole in the Rock. This short hike offers a unique backdrop to Phoenix's cityscape. And because of this, it's a popular destination for locals and visitors. To say that the crowds were a little bit chaotic was an understatement, but you can't blame people for being attracted to nature's window to the sky. We sat watching the sun drop, surrounded by people on first dates, friends, and families. You may wish to travel there by Waymo, Phoenix's self-driving cars, rather than search for parking. Our next hike was to the famed Camelback Mountain, which is also in Phoenix. This is one of the most popular hikes in the city, and for good reason. This 2,704-foot or 824-meter mountain is the highest peak in Phoenix's metropolitan area and boasts a 360-degree panoramic view of the city. We chose to hike the shorter yet more challenging route of Echo Canyon. We were greeted by a really nice park ranger at the base of the mountain who quizzed us on the amount of water and electrolytes we were carrying up the mountain. After we told him, he gave us an approving nod to go forward. He seemed pleasantly surprised that I had added a bunch of ice to my water bladder for this hike, and I was very thankful that I had done that. The groomed gravel path at the trailhead will have you second-guessing this trail's double black diamond status, but your heart will start pumping soon enough. Mine started when we rounded a corner and descended up a very smooth, steep rock that the park had thankfully installed a railing to. Next, you will wind your way around the trail following a rock ledge that leads to a fairly long rock scramble. Okay, now it's boulder time. There's Lee. The highest point in Phoenix. Once you're at the top, overlooking the city, surrounded by hummingbirds and butterflies, you'll understand why this trail draws so many people to it. There's lots of butterfly. This trail isn't a double black diamond only because of the terrain. It's also because this is a super dry and arid environment, and it causes a lot of people to become dehydrated and overheated. Unfortunately, people die on Camelback Mountain every year. As of August of 2025, I found that there have been 4 to 5 reported deaths on this trail, and over 100 people have been rescued, and of that, 44 due to heat-related illnesses and distress. Now that the warm-ups were ready, we were ready to hit Highway 17 and head towards the Grand Canyon. We took the recommended scenic route through Sedona, but first we stopped over at Montezuma Castle. This national monument was just opening as we were passing by on the highway, so we seized the moment to check it out.
Imagine yourself visiting here over 7 centuries ago.
Did you find your room?
And receiving an invitation into this cliff-dwelling home.
The penthouse.
What you would have seen might well have been something like this cutaway model of Montezuma Castle.
Don't you love this vintage display? This hidden city was carved high above the ground in towering limestone cliffs. Next, we turned off the highway towards the mysterious red rocks of Sedona. One of the highlights of this area was visiting Bell Rock, which was one of 4 main energy vortexes in the area. I had done no prior research on these vortexes other than knowing where they were located. I wanted to remain an open-minded skeptic as I entered this experience. So, we're going to take the Red Rock path, and if we decide to, we can do the big loop.
It's actually not as hot as I thought it is.
The breeze helps, so I'm sure we're going to feel it when we're up there.
Yeah.
There's Lee. He's got his coffee. This trail's easy. Yesterday was double black diamonds. Today is green circle.
Still hot though.
Still hot. And it's like what, 11 or 12?
5. 11:57.
It was an extremely hot day in Sedona, and the sun was out in full force as we were approaching the lunch hour. And as we walked along the path towards the focal point that I saw on some map somewhere, we felt a cold draft.
Definitely red.
When we reached an area which I will call an energy focal point that I found on a map prior to this visit, we each actually felt something very different but didn't tell each other until after we left Bell Rock. I felt electrical-like charges in my fingertips, and Elle felt a sort of excited energy. My takeaway is, even if you don't believe in these vortexes, you definitely will acknowledge there is something very special about this land of red rock.
See the guy up there?
Oh, wow.
That's where we're going.
We are? All right, well, this will be our hike then today. After this excursion, we headed towards Sedona, specifically for chai at the chai spot in the Tlaquepaque Shopping and Arts Center. I am probably not saying that correctly, but look up the chai spot and you'll find this art center. The chai was amazing. The ambiance was super cool, and this whole creative area was really enjoyable. We left this little oasis wanting more, but we had to head on. We stopped very briefly outside of town at Midgley Bridge, and we also passed by Slide Rock State Park. We did investigate it, but we realized we didn't have time. The water was super cold. It was still April, and we had to bypass that excursion. Just looking at the map there, that's what we're doing. A whole bunch of switchbacks, twisties and turnies. Shortly thereafter, we came upon a wild switchback drive that took us all the way up to Oak Creek Vista. There we stopped, we took in the canyon, we observed some really cool bluebirds or blue jays, and there was also an indigenous market set up there. A little bit of fallen rock right there on the side of the road. We still have a little bit more to go. Scenic view, 1 mile. Shall we? Still going up. There's the map.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. That is pretty deep.
We pushed on from here so that we could make it to the Grand Canyon in time to set up our campsite and take in the sunset. Elevation. Oh. 6772. We made it to Mather Campground and was greeted there by a longtime volunteer who checked us in. At this point, we didn't have a lot of time to travel in order to get the best sunset view over the canyon, so we opted to go to the main village. This was my first time seeing the Grand Canyon, and honestly, it was absolutely amazing. After some convincing, we decided to get up to start the Bright Angel Trail for sunrise. Unfortunately, between getting woken up by the campsite next to us who got in around midnight or later and was very loud, and also because we were so cold, we didn't get a lot of sleep, and we didn't quite make sunrise, but we were able to still catch the sun coming up over the ridge as we descended down the trail. Another early morning on the trails, but always worth it to get the morning sun. Angel Trailhead, here we go.
Not that far down.
No, it's not that far down at all. I'm not staying as close to the mountain as possible. Oh, there's some other early birders. Morning. It was still very cold when we started out, but I didn't want to take a big pack. So as we made it down to each station, I took off a layer and just basically tied it to the outside of my 7-liter pack. By the time we made it down to Havasupai Gardens, I was down to my final layers, and it was really hot, but it wasn't even noon yet. Descent down to Havasupai Gardens is absolutely beautiful. You've got the layered rocks, you've got wildlife like condors and deer, and you get to meet other hikers, mostly through hikers who are doing the rim to rim, who are coming back up with their large packs, and they're trying to do this before it gets too hot. Yeah. Do you hear that? I think there's something over here. It's a gopher.
Yeah, gopher. High pressure water line.
Someone's quite clever with their signs around here. This is a visitor information center. Shall we go in? It's open. The trail leading from Havasupai Gardens down to Phantom Ranch was closed for the Trans-Canyon Water System development. This meant that we had to turn around and go back the way we came, of course.
Yeah, see you later. Have a good hike up tomorrow.
As the sign says, you choose to go down, but you have no choice but to go back up. Like Camelback, this landscape is beautiful, arid, and hot. Dehydration, overexertion, and extreme heat are real dangers here. We made use of the water stations along the way by filling up our water at each location and soaking our clothes as well as our hats to keep cool and hydrated. Oh, way over there, that's the 3-mile mark. Way down there and around the corner, that's Havasupai Gardens. And I think I've got about just under a mile to the 1.5-mile mark. The closer you get to the rim, the busier it gets. This is because visitors will often only go from the rim to the first station, and sometimes a few will go down to the second station, but most don't go beyond there. Just before passing under one of the arches near the top, I happened to look to the right and noticed some pictographs. Almost there. Oh, the lighting's so different from last night and this morning. It's quite spectacular. We practice leave no trace, but we can't say the same for the canyon. It found a way to leave its signature red dust all over our boots.
Okay, so we'll go back now and we'll park where it says parking allowed, and then we'll walk into Kaibab Trail. Okay?
Okay.
Wanna go pet?
No, I'm not going to be a Turon. I just love how... Oh, that's a good branch. Oh, yeah.
There's another one right there.
It's a lazy afternoon.
No, that's bicycles going around. He's talking.
Our next venture took us south to Tucson. where we visited Saguaro National Park. The Visitor Center recommended we hike Kings Canyon. It was a quiet trail with only a few hikers. One of the reasons we chose to hike Kings Canyon is to see the petroglyphs. There are other areas with petroglyphs in this park, but this one is supposed to have just as many and not be as busy. We definitely need to do that.
Yeah.
The flowers must be really pretty in here when they're in bloom.
Yeah.
Okay, let me do my shoes. This is nice. An observatory?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't see it. I'm just looking at that cool cactus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look straight ahead
Okay.
and see that tallest mountain?
Tallest mountain.
Yeah, the tallest peak. Look at the tallest peak right in front of you.
Like the very, very tall, way in the distance?
Way in the distance, yeah.
Okay.
And then look to the right of it, kind of.
Okay, yeah.
The white thing.
Look at the dust in the middle of the field.
Yeah. Dust devil.
That's the wash. Maybe he doesn't recommend it because it's hotter in there?
I think we should walk back down it.
Yeah? You know, it's interesting. These cacti sway. These saguaros are hundreds of years old, silent witnesses to centuries of desert life. I think that this is like an old homestead. Okay. We were worried about missing the petroglyphs along this trail and stopped to ask a couple of the hikers that we passed. Some of them had no idea there were petroglyphs and were just hiking for the scenery. And the other hikers said they only saw a couple of petroglyphs and they weren't worth stopping to look at. Eventually, we did find the petroglyphs, and there were a ton of them, and they were very well defined. And we actually spent quite a lot of time looking at a whole bunch of them on each side of the canyon. It was in this area where we also saw a whole bunch of lizards scurrying around. After picnicking in the park, we headed across Tucson towards Mount Lemmon. Elle had been to this mountain before and really wanted me to see it for myself. And it was so worth it. The drive took us from saguaros and desert landscape up through these rock formations and then into an alpine forest. Mount Lemmon is the highest point in the Santa Catalina mountain range.
Not bad, I thought it was higher. Quite a good view.
Yeah. Came from down there. Look at that. This road is wicked. There's there's observatory up here too.
Oh man, I bet you like, yeah.
Oh, look at it has elevations. zoom in.
Winter Triangle, Paris, Minor.
We stopped in the cute village of Summer Haven for some coffee and to look around, and then headed to the ski area of Mount Lemmon. We're on top of Mount Lemmon. Here we are. We're equal to Banff. Oh yeah? Okay, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, oh my god, this is the coolest.
Is there a wedding? Look, there's a wedding over there.
Oh my gosh, that's also very cool. What a great idea. Aww. Each of our Arizona hikes and excursions was a geological wonder, rich with history and steeped with mystery, a landscape that captivates so many and never stops inspiring. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. Be sure to like, follow, and share to support future episodes. See you on the trails. This is not ASMR, at least the sounds.
Yeah. Like my retinas are burnt.
Me too. It's a happening night here in Phoenix on a Monday.